Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the AI Podcast. Here are your hosts, Femke and Jeroen. So, how are you, Femke?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. So, what do you think? Is Taylor Swift using Copilot, or isn't she?
Yes, I think so.
Whoa.
What are you thinking? I think she is. She's using it. Yeah.
I think she's a very smart woman, so I think she will use one of the AIs available, of course.
Yeah, I think so. But if I'm looking to myself, and I'm not on Taylor Swift, but if I'm looking to myself, I also ask Copilot, for example, make it in Femke style. So I think Taylor Swift doing the same, saying, okay, make a post in Taylor Swift style, and then she used it.
Do you think she's generating all her posts through an AI?
Probably, if she's smart enough, she's doing that, right? And
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, what is Femke style, and how does Copilot know what Femke style is actually?
Yeah, I actually also don't know, but always when I say make it in Femke style and use my chats and my emails, and I see more like communication that I, as a human, have my conversations. So I think that's good. It's not like AI generated content that I see in my examples. It's more like natural language ID. So I think he's doing that when I'm asked make it in Femke style. maybe you need to figure it out, Jeroen. If you make something and you make it say to Copilot, make it in Femke style. As a colleague, probably it will work.
That probably will work if I give Copilot the instructions, read all the communication that I have with Femke. Here I have a post or letter or something. Create it in the style that Femke would create her posts, letters, and stuff. It probably will work, I guess so. Because it's basically analyzing the communication that we already have. And based on that, it's adjusting the text from a very AI-ish language to the way how we talk.
So is it long conversations or is it the short conversations that I always use?
Short conversation, make it funny.
A lot
I know
of
your
chats.
bit. Yeah. So next time you are going to use make it Taylor style or not?
Sometimes I use Taylor style as well.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
She's genius. But hopefully one day people using my style for that kind of stuff, right? That they're saying, okay, make it in Femke style. That I'm so fabulous that people saying I need the same style as Femke.
Maybe we need to create a Chief Copilot plugin.
Yeah, of course. That's a good one.
Yeah. So last week we had a chat about analyzing our LinkedIn engagement through Copilot, which I think was really fun. We already shared something about it on the social media. What did you learn from it?
Yeah, that was fun because we posted really late, like Saturday evening late. And a lot of engagements over there. And what I learned is, I think, just share how you use things like personal stuff. So this is something that we use by ourselves, and people love to hear more about that. Just your personal usage. So, for example, LinkedIn, we did a post about our use, how we use it for the last year. Analyze that data with Copilots from the how we use that, and give us some insights around best time to post, but also what kind of topics. So it was fun to share that as well. That Copilot gives us some information that is not only on the analysis on the data, but as well as Copilot thinks what the best time is to share. So that was something that I learned. That is not always all the kind of things from the data that we give Copilot, but as well that Copilot gives us some insights that we can learn from Copilot itself.
Yeah.
So
how cool is that? And what most people don't know is that this was actually a fully AI approach. So before we created that carousel, we also analyzed a report with Copilot. So we got a report which was quite large that tells us what is the best way to get engagement on LinkedIn. And the report was actually stating that carousels nowadays are the best way of doing engagement. So we wanted to give that a try.
Mhm.
And it actually worked well.
Yeah, it was
So
nice. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, it was, and also the post was late on Saturday evening, and I was thinking, what? So many people, yeah, enjoyed it to see, yeah, how we use Copilot and what kind of way we did with the new carousel. So I think more of this will be soon from us. Yeah, you
yeah,
did also one. What kind of one did you about?
I
More
did
about
one.
data security. Yeah.
Yeah, I did one about data security. So Copilot is inheriting the data security that we already have in Microsoft Office, in Microsoft 365. So basically, we can label our documents with sensitivity labels, and Copilot uses those sensitivity labels. And
Yeah.
based on the sensitivity labels, it will display stuff or not. Or when you try to combine multiple sources from multiple documents, which are labeled, the labels automatically inherit in your new document that you're editing with Copilot. So that's really nice. I also did
Yeah.
a video about it, which actually got online today.
Great. Great. And what we did was also a session together last week
Yeah,
about Copilot, but also no security labels, but as well adoption and no a
and
lots of
you,
Super Mario stuff.
yeah, I thought you were almost forgetting the main topic, Super Mario World. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that was fun. So that was actually the complete approach on how an organization should adopt Copilot, and not just enabling it, but also what do you need to do to get your users up to speed. What is required, for example, in data security, data governance, to create a really good Copilot setup, which is
Yeah.
future proof. And it was themed in Super Mario World, so I liked it.
I liked it too. It was nice, but it was early in the morning, so it's fun that we are late in the evening and as well early in the morning working on like sharing insights about Copilot. So I think we are a real team Copilot.
We are a real team co-pilot, no doubt about that. Um, so the calm method, a way of
Yeah.
analyzing your communication with other people.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
interesting, right? Because we saw that that calm, if you use calm in your prompt. So for example, asking Copilot to look at your transcript, your meeting transcript, and ask about that calm methodic and what you can do better, for example. I think that's really interesting insights that Copilot can give you. So that was fun that we did that this week to see if it works, and it works. And a few things that really popping up in my mind when I can use it is like with a conversation with a customer, bringing things on the table. Did I did as well, or did I engage everyone at a good way, or as well like having a presentation and recording that presentation and ask about about to come and what I can do better in the future. So I think Jeroen, you are searching for the calm where it stands for right now.
Exactly. I was looking for the calm diagram. So CALM, it stands for compassion, assess, listen, and move forward. So it's a method that you can use to
Yeah,
enhance your communication, and
yeah,
especially the in the hard conversations.
yeah.
So
And so many times that we are in a meeting and we don't have that all right. What is the actions for next meetings, or what do we actually want to approach with this meeting with each other. So I think asking that to Copilot can be really useful as well when you're already in that meeting and ask Copilot about the last like 30 minutes or after a conversation and it's in your stream or in your OneDrive somewhere where that video is, so you can ask back about that conversation. I think that's really useful, and you can learn a lot about it.
I think this is a whole new scenario that opens up, that you can use Copilot as your personal coach. How often do we go to trainings where we learn about communication, about business and stuff? And with this, we have such a small feedback loop. Directly after the conversation, we can ask Copilot to analyze the transcript and give us recommendations based on the call model. But I know there are a lot of more of that kind of models. So how cool is it that we can get feedback that fast and
really
improve
amazing.
that fast?
Yeah, that's really amazing. I really like it. And that's also kind of an example as the disc. We already shared something on that on our website. But disc is also something that the kind of communication that you have with another person, how can you get it in the right style, based on the person that you need to communicate with, for example your team or a customer, to get them on board. I think that's a really nice scenarios to use to improve yourself and learning to do it better. And helping the other.
And here's the cool thing. Copilot is trained on a lot of data, so it probably already knows all the models. In my case, I was actually quite lazy when I tried to improve on the call model. I uploaded literally a picture from the internet. Please analyze this transcript based on the call model, and I added the picture, and it was perfectly capable of giving me feedback. So that was really nice.
And what kind of feedback do you got?
Then I have to navigate back to the chat. We'll get into that later. But that was really cool.
Nice. One of the other things that I also tried this week, and I think we have also chat about that, is learnings from the things that we did wrong or that we ask Copilot questions about. I think that's also a really nice one. What actually the problem is behind the problem.
The underlying problem, So this is actually a prompt that you can execute yourself if you open Copilot and you ask Copilot, based on my email, my Teams chat, my conversation, and my documents, what is the main cause of all my problems? Then it will go and analyze all the stuff, and it will get back to you.
It's surprising. And it's hard sometimes to see.
And what's interesting, I also tried this in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has this feature where you can chat with it, and sometimes ChatGPT thinks, this prompt is interesting. It tells me something about Jeroen. It will also store that in its memory. So ChatGPT is even better in it. But as we are a Microsoft company, we have Copilot. My company data is not in ChatGPT, so the analysis of me in my business role is a bit worse than Copilot right now. But ChatGPT is also able of doing this.
Yeah, funny. I did it in both, but I got almost the same thing out of it for me. So that was
cool. Yeah. In my case, I need to improve on time management. According to Copilot, I'm quite busy with all the community stuff that we are doing, the stuff that I do on my work, customers, managing my team, etc.
What do you think that my problem was under the problem?
Knowing you, it's probably in the same area.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a fun exercise to do. I heard you also build a agent.
Yes, I did. It was fun. I made an agent, a SharePoint agent. Actually, I think it's for everyone this week available if you have a Copilot license, you can also make an agent. And that was what I did was for all of our Copilot stuff that we have in our organization, all the products and all the kind of things that we have around Copilot. I made an agent on that, and it actually was really easy to do. It was not really a long evening work, or just like a few minutes and there was an agent. So what I did was there is a button in there making Copilot agents, SharePoint agents, and you can say, okay, what kind of SharePoint do you want involved? So I was actually already in a SharePoint site, but I can also get more sites involved if I want more content in it, more documents, and I
Yeah,
can
so it's basically
give
creating
some
an agent.
behavior things as well
Yeah, it's basically creating an
on some
agent
documents.
based on all the data and stuff that's in that SharePoint website.
Yes, yeah,
How cool
it
is
is.
that? Because most organizations already have their stuff in SharePoint, so it's quite easy to create a
Yeah,
organization specific agent. For
yeah, and
example,
you can
for the
also give
HR
some.
department or the typical departments that already have a SharePoint site.
Yeah, of different products that a lot of information in different documents. But yeah, you can also give instructions to that Copilot as well. So saying what kind of information people will ask, or what is the prompts that you want to start with, actually knowing what kind of things people actually want to ask a lot about that kind of documents, of that kind of information that in that document. So yeah, it was a first start. It was fun to do, and I think everyone can do it. But I'm also curious about thinking about just it made a new Copilot logo and a Copilot documents in my documents. And I think everyone who can be in that site can be as well in that agent.
Yes.
But a lot of things, I think many people will make it and will make new agents in all kind of SharePoint sites. I think. How can you get that or stop that, or just want to say, okay, this is something that we created for all of you? And I heard it's not now, but later you can do as well, put it in your Teams as an application. So make an app in your team so you can ask there the questions.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. And I think the large language models are currently the way of getting information. If I look at myself, I'm not using Google that much anymore, or Bing, or any other search engine. It's
no,
always directly going to Copilot or ChatGPT or another AI. But that's the way how I search for my information.
true.
So having that capability also in SharePoint available makes it a really nice experience.
I need to laugh about this because this week we had a conversation as well that we also both use Copilot in the car,
Yeah.
talking with Copilot.
Yeah, yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We-
I always try to be as productive as possible. So when I'm in my car or I'm listening to podcasts to learn something, to gain information about stuff.
of the book
Um,
book of Swift.
exactly, learn about Taylor Swift, of course. But talking with Copilot also allows me to learn stuff. I can ask questions and I can ask follow-up questions, and it responds back to me.
Yeah,
I can create this whole chain of prompts, and at the end say, well, create a summarization of this, which can be transformed into a blog post or something like that. It's a really cool way of interacting with your large language model.
yeah, it's true. And one of the things that I do since this week, I try to figure it out if this is something for me. Like with every email that I have, I don't want to type anymore. I just say what I want, and then I get Copilot made it a better, make it a better email message to
Yeah.
go back. So I try to figure that out if that's something is that will work for me. So I get an email, and then I put bottom like saying something in Outlook. I get it in there, and then I put all the stuff in Copilot in my email, and then there are a lot of things are not well because my speaking when I'm speak to that application, it's not always that is good enough to send it back to someone. So I put that in Copilot, and then I have actually a really good email. And I do it all the time when I'm walking somewhere or when I'm just not always on my desk. So my children also see me sometimes. What are
Yeah.
who are you
So
talking now?
what did you learn on this podcast? Even though they are using AI, they are doing a lot of
Yeah.
work.
Time
Probably more
management is
than
still a
before the
thing.
AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But
So
we're figuring out, right? We're figuring out.
it makes us more productive, so we can do more activities in a day.
Yeah. But time management is still a thing that is the underlying problem that
Yeah.
Copilot is telling us. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately, we need to learn that.
we're enjoying as well. So that's also good.
Yeah, that's actually the fun thing when talking to Copilot, for example, in the car or while walking the dog. Sometimes you get responses that you didn't expect. That it has some information that you not thought about, and it will give a complete other dimension on a certain topic. From okay, that's cool. So
Okay.
another thing, you told me this week that a new button appeared in your Outlook.
Yes. Yeah,
Talking
you
about
can.
time management.
Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah, the new button is that you want to make a meeting with Copilot. So what you do is like you have email conversations with a lot of people or a lot of emails, and you want to have a meeting about that email. So you can use meeting in Copilot, and Copilot is searching for all the people that are inside your organization when they are available. So you get some time suggestions to talk with each other, and as well you get all kind of information about that email. So the summarize of that email, as well some agenda before. So I think it's really nice to have that, because you have when you start a new meeting or you go from meeting to meeting to meeting, then it's really nice to just check what is the subject, what kind of things that we going to talk about, and what kind of things was all that email about, and you don't have to scroll down and read it all again and
Cool.
finding that kind of things. Yeah, so I think I really like it. I think it's a good feature.
Yeah, this is really nice. One of the prompts that I'm often using is, "Hey Copilot, look at my calendar. I would like to talk about a certain topic with a certain user. Please give me 3 points in my calendar, 3 spots that I can meet with this person." Then it will look into my calendar, not from the other person, but I can give 3 suggestions on when to meet. And I'm
That's
asked that
nice.
question always in the same chat. So I have a chat where I only ask that, so it knows about the history, which spots are already reserved for some other people until they have confirmed. But this is actually the next level. Just that
Yeah.
Copilot plan.
So now it's also in a button in your Outlook. So I think that's nice. You don't have to ask Copilot, but you can use the
Yeah,
button when
this is way
everything is
better,
there.
way better, way better. So that is really, really, really cool. All right. So, talking about Ignite, I think you are going to host the Dutch Ignite House, or what it was calling.
Yeah, that's true. The Holland House
Holland
and
House. Yeah.
the Holland House of Ignite. Yeah, we're going to host that in Gouda. So that's amazing to do. So a lot of people were joining us, and we're going to watch the keynote of Satya, of course, getting some customers of over there who sharing the Copilot story. one on Copilot and one on Copilot Studio and how they use that. And we're doing together with Microsoft some great things. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I actually was thinking about the Dutchies that having a party, and I'm always need to think about from links.
Yeah,
So probably shall we can do that? I think we need to do that in at an Ignite at Holland House, right? Let's try
I
it.
will be there. I will be taking movies of it, and we'll put it online if it happens.
Great, then we need to do it.
Yeah, and after the Ignite keynote, I think it is also a perfect time for us to do a new podcast and talk about all the announcements that are done at Ignite.
Let's do that.
So exactly. So I hope to see you then.
See
Talk
you
to you.
then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.